Lenny?
They are.
Buying pizza.
I'm popular, I'm sorry.
Gotta be buying pizza.
Yeah, I will. You know it.
Okay, I'd like to call to order the Parks and Playgrounds meeting for September 6th, 2019. The roll call, please.
Board Member Tony Abbott.
Here.
Board Member Aaron Cook.
Here.
Board Member Mel Davis.
Here.
Board Member Randy Abner.
Here.
Board Member Paul Seymour Jr.
Here.
City Attorney Del Weldon.
Here.
Utility Director Olin Clausen.
Present.
And President Kelly Milan.
Here. Okay, we have a recommendation from the Board of Works to pass on with a favorable to Parks and Playgrounds for the erection of a tent structure over on the fairgrounds property, which belongs to the city and park, and it's a park, so we need to discuss or approve or not approve the recommendation from Board of Works. Any discussion before we get a motion?
Well, my thing is that, you know, we already paid for the tent last year. I mean, the concrete's there. We're, 90% paid for. I don't feel like we should just throw it in the garbage. I think we should finish the last 10%, leave it up, don't take it down unless it's approved by city council. Make it permanent. Nobody mess with it, take it up or down.
You want to make a motion?
I want to see if anybody else.
Okay.
Well,
Anybody-
my opinion
any other
is,
discussion?
My opinion is we take it down, sell it. We can rent tents for a lot less than what we're paying for this permanent. We can rent a 40 by 100 foot for $1,400. That goes a long way for the money we've spent on this tent.
Yeah,
And I'm not willing to put another dime into it. Another thing, I asked for drawings on this tent, where it's going to be, exactly the effect on that fairgrounds, and I haven't got nothing for this meeting.
Do you have anything? Owen?
Yeah, Mike Clark helped us with the layout, and so I can get with Mike Clark to help get those drawings, the elevations, where it's set at, and I can email you today the drawings of the building itself.
That's after the meeting. I wanted it before the meeting so I could see it.
Any other comments, discussions? Any motions?
I'd like to make a motion, we move forward with this and end this tent discussion. I want it completed, and done.
I'll second that motion.
And that's for it to never be taken down unless approved by city council. Paul? Is that to be permanent, never take it down unless approved by city council?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So the motion on the floor is to approve approve going forward with the tent structure on fairgrounds property, and it will remain permanent until city council would render otherwise.
I'll second.
Is that correct? You got that the way you want it to read there, Paul? Second then?
I got one other question. Who's going to maintain this tent? Will it be the utilities, or it's going to be the parks, or it's going to be council? What fund's that coming out for maintaining? Because I know there's maintenance on this thing.
Utilities will maintain it.
Well, it'll belong to the city moving forward. It'll merge with the property, so that's something to think about. Do we add that to the lease of the speedway, and then obviously you give permission for LMU to use it at the rodeo?
So now we don't even know who's going to take care of it.
The city will have to.
I think the LMU paid for it, and the LMU should maintain it.
Well, there's an argument.
Well, here, let me back up on the, for insurance purposes, we'll have to add it to as an asset of the city. So it'll be added to our insurance policy. As far as who's gonna maintain it, I think you guys can decide. It doesn't have to be city maintaining it. If USB or if the LMU utilities wants to provide the maintenance or the mechanism for paying for the maintenance of it. I'm just saying that as far as where it's listed as an asset, it'd be listed as a city-owned asset.
So the city approves who uses it and who doesn't use it? like any
Yes.
other building?
Yes. It would come before
Council.
this board,
Or parks.
it's parks.
I don't know that that's accurate. It was paid for with ratepayer money. So I don't know that we could just transfer that asset to the city. But I'm willing to have a discussion about that after the fact.
Well, it's sitting on city property though.
Well, my substations sit on city property. The electric building that we're in right now sits on city property. The water department building sits on city property. It's all city property.
And we were
Well, the
paying
electric,
bills for it.
you're right, the electric building though is a city-owned asset.
Yeah, it's all.
You guys operate out of there, but the building itself is under our insurance policy, not under LMU's, I don't believe.
No, we don't. I mean, it's
Right.
all city assets.
So this would be under our, you're right. That's gonna have to be a discussion on how you're gonna determine utilization. Because I think once it's up, it could be utilized for, you know, a number of
Other
things.
things like it was originally said when they bought it, it could be used for other things besides just
Absolutely.
that.
And I was gonna ask, instead of the fiber getting in their own building later when they're up and running full speed, could they use that tent instead right now?
Yeah, they could, and I'm glad you brought that up because if you go down to the electric department and you look around that yard, we are painfully out of space. And so when we get shipments in for construction purposes, things like that, we anticipate using that building to store some of those items. So it will be a very useful building for us, not just for rodeo or anything else. It'll be a useful building for us for storage and some additional space that we are in need of.
Okay. All right, so we have a motion on the floor. We got a second. The other parts of the discussion are gonna have to take place after this meeting, to discuss the utilization, who's gonna recommend or who's gonna approve or whatever. We will get it added to if it's approved, we will get it added to, our insurance policy, so we have protection, if in case anything
Blows away.
happen. Yes. So we got a motion, got a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
Roll call, please.
Board Member Tony Abbott,
Nay.
Board Member Aaron Cook,
Yes.
Board Member Mel Davis,
Yes.
Board Member Randy Abner,
Yes.
Board Member Paul Seymour Jr.
Yes.
Okay, motion will pass 4-1. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. Thank you.